I want to make something perfectly clear before I get started with this video, guys. There have been some people that have been coming to my channel only to tell me that I should be talking about what really matters: Islam. According to these people, child abuse within Christianity doesn't matter. Racism within Christianity doesn't matter either. All of the horrible things that are being done by some of these Christians doesn't matter to these people. This horrible ideology in its entirety doesn't matter to these people because they are so fixated on Islam. All of the innocent lives that are literally being damaged by Christianity are insignificant to these people because, again, they are so fixated on another ideology. Don't get me wrong, I think that Islam is another terrible ideology as well, and I will address the things that do need to be addressed. However, it is going to be on my terms because, after all, this is my channel. I want to make that perfectly clear, guys. I talk about Christianity the most because it was the religion that I was raised in. I was a Christian for 30 years of my life. So when it comes to this ideology, I do have a lot to say about many things. That doesn't mean that I am not going to talk about Islam. Again, it is going to be on my terms and nothing more. There's something else that I wanted to address real quick, guys. If people are afraid of this, but not this, they are hypocrites and they are not being honest with themselves. My point is the fact that we as a society should not underestimate the passion that some religious people have for their ideologies. The truth is, we live in a very dangerous world where anything is possible. It doesn't matter where it comes from or who it comes from. If people are passionate enough, they will remove you from the equation. That is how that works. So let's get started with the video here. Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here yet again with another very interesting video for you guys today. Now, before I get into anything regarding this video, I wanted to let you guys know that the article in its entirety will be provided in the description down below for everybody to take a look at, just in case you guys are interested. Now, I must say, guys, that this article is rather large, so I'm only going to cover a little bit of the story so that you guys can get a basic idea of what is going on. And like I said, the article will be in the description for you guys to take a look at when you guys get the chance, of course. Now, this story is coming out of Baghdad, Iraq, and it's about a tragedy that claimed 213 victims. I personally think that this is very unfortunate, but then again, this is what happens when people believe in a morally bankrupt ideology. And that's how I feel about all of this. The story starts off by saying the death toll from Sunday's suicide car bombing in Baghdad claimed by the Islamic State militant group ISIS has risen to 213, according to Iraqi security and medical officials. The blast struck the capital's Karada district during the Islamic holy month of Ramadan, which ends this week, targeting shoppers. The death toll, which officials confirmed to AFP news agency, means the attack was the deadliest in the country for a year and one of the most deadly for a decade. ISIS released a statement that claimed responsibility for the attack against the country's Shia population as part of its ongoing security operations. The radical Islamist group views Shia Muslims to be heretics. I want everyone, guys, to see how pathetic ISIS really is. Here's their mindset: I don't like your interpretation of the Quran, so I'm going to kill you because of it. Yes, guys, they are actually that pathetic. They are actually that morally bankrupt. And this also shows us just how morally bankrupt an ideology can actually be. The part that disturbs me the most about all of this, guys, is the fact that they seem to be proud of what they have done. They seem to be proud of taking so many innocent lives. I guess the question would be, does this sound like a morally superior ideology to you guys? I know it doesn't to me. It sounds like a barbaric ideology that does promote violence. We see it all over the place. It's a global problem. It's a global issue. I know that there are going to be Muslims out there, yet again, that are going to say that Islam is a religion of peace and that those people in ISIS are not true Muslims. Well, I have two counters to this. And the first must be, does this look like a religion of peace to you guys? And I'm talking about the Muslims who say that Islam is a religion of peace. The other issue that I have with all of this, guys, is the fact that there are a lot of Muslims out there who basically throw out the no true Scotsman fallacy every chance that they get. They see their fellow Muslims commit these horrific acts against society, and right away they think that it's necessary to accuse these Muslims of not being true Muslims. The reality is these people are real Muslims and they adhere to a barbaric ideology as far as I'm concerned. An ideology that is totally unnecessary for society, and it is only specifically designed to suppress society and cause significant problems. We see this evidence all over the globe. This is a global issue. Now, I have to ask you Muslims out there, how important is life to you? Are you guys willing to fight this? I certainly hope so, because these problems are only going to get worse if nobody is going to do anything about it. Now, as far as I'm concerned, guys, I think that specific Muslims need to come out and fight this, because if there is nothing that is going to be done about it, like I said before, it's only going to get worse. And I think that a lot of these Muslims need to start taking this situation seriously, because again, like I've said many times before in previous videos, a lot of innocent lives are at risk here. And not only in this country, all across the globe, we see examples of this all over the place. For instance, in Bangladesh, people are being killed because they write blogs. In Saudi Arabia, people are being punished because they are promoting free thought. These types of things need to be addressed. The barbaric nature of this ideology does need to be addressed. More solutions need to be shared with people. Discussions need to be had. Ideas also need to be shared in order to eradicate this barbaric behavior that is damaging so many lives all across the board. And that's how I feel about this. This is a significant problem that is not going to go away anytime soon. So I hope that you Muslims out there actually take this seriously. Now I know that some of you remain silent because of fear, but how far are you willing to go in regards to letting this barbaric nonsense take over your lives completely? Are you guys willing to just sit there and remain silent about this? Or are you guys going to raise up off of your shoulders and fight this barbaric ideology to the end? Are you guys going to sit there and let this barbaric ideology take over your lives completely to where you make a simple mistake and you can be killed because of it? This is nonsense. This is a problem that offends me time and time again, and that is exactly why I will continue to talk about these issues on my channel. These are things that do need to be addressed, and these problems are, again, only going to get worse. Like this article talked about, 213 innocent victims were lost because of this barbaric ideology that people thought was necessary to implement within society. This is stupid. This is stupidity at its finest. And these people show us that they really do not care about humanity. They don't have passion for their fellow human beings at all in any way, shape, or form. We see how ugly these people are who believe in this ideology. This is something, again, that I want to say a million times if I have to. It's very important. These issues have to be addressed. More people need to come out and fight this nonsense. Because if not, people are going to lose their lives simply for making decisions for themselves. And that's just one of the excuses that these people use to kill others. It's pathetic. It really is. And that's all I have to say about this, guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I would really appreciate that. Till next time, be safe, and I thank you all for watching this video. I want to share a quote with you guys that I think is really necessary for this, and it's a quote that I myself created. The path to greatness passes through the realm of pain. With the heart of a lion, persevere I shall.